You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and today we're doing things a bit different. Now, usually I don't normally do this, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't. Our next guest on the Jmack Experience Podcast has accomplished numerous accolades and continues to be a force to be reckoned with. From journalism to interviewing some of the biggest celebrities in the game, starting as a television show correspondent to now becoming the CEO, executive producer, and host of her own talk show. She has been featured in numerous publications from The Source to Forbes magazine. She is the first black woman to own a television network in the entire state of Rhode Island. I could literally go on for days. Ladies and gentlemen, she is Dr. Remi Jones, also known as the one and only Remi TV. It's an honor to be in your presence and have you on my platform today. I truly appreciate it. Let me give you another round of applause before we start.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate it. The pleasure's all mine. How are you feeling today? You know, normally I like to ask because I feel like we live in a world where everything is more gimme. Yeah. I need this content. Let's just make it quick. Like, how are you feeling mentally, you know, spiritually, overall?
So today I'm feeling really good because the weather's nice and the weather always makes me feel good. I'm not a cold person, so when it's cold, I'm feeling tired or I just want to stay in the bed today. So today's like the perfect weather for me to feel good.
So you be feeling blue when the weather's shitty?
Yes. I go through a little seasonal depression and I have my therapy lamp and I have my candles and everything. Things that make me feel comfortable to get through the wintertime.
You meditate?
I do meditate, yeah.
That's awesome. I just started doing that with the Calm app.
Yeah.
It actually helps, I'm not going to lie. And read the Bible every day. You know, I do the Bible app. Yeah, so I've been switching it up a little sign, you know what I mean? Now, see, me, it's more like rain. I can't stand when it rains.
No?
No, because, you know, I like to get fly and shit. I can't wear my sneakers. And,
right.
You know, I'm more that type of guy. But I know you got a huge event coming up, and we're going to get into all of that. The Jmack Experience Podcast, episode 58. Remi TV is in the fucking building.
I'm in the building.
We're going to get into the intro real quick, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Once again, it's an honor to have you on the platform. I'm going to give you another round of applause. I'm so excited today. I'm not even going to lie. This is so dope. I'm glad you came through. How was it finding the studio?
It was easy finding it. It's super close to where I was at, but I got stuck in traffic.
I heard. I said, shit. Don't tell me she about to cancel on me last week.
Nah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no. I was making sure I came today.
I feel it. Now, for those out there who are not familiar with who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Remi Jones. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island originally. And I grew up in the area. I grew up on Hanover Street. I grew up on the West End.
On the South Side too?
Nope, on the West End.
On the West End, okay.
And this is where I'm from, and I love my city.
I like it. So you fucks with Providence heavy?
I do. I listen. When I leave here, I'm homesick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too? So I know we spoke before we started, but like I'm originally from Queens, you know, and when I first moved out here, I was like, I fucking hate it out here. It's nothing like New York, blah, blah, blah. Now I go to the city and I can't wait to come back. I'm like overwhelmed now.
Right.
You know, I guess 'cause I'm getting a little older too, but
yeah, I think that what happens is you want a little bit more peace. New York is a little bit more busy.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, a lot more busy. There's a lot of energy going on. You know, there's a lot of feelings that's happening, and sometimes you just need peace.
Exactly.
I love to go to New York. New York is actually my second home. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised in both here.
What part of New York?
So my dad was living in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And when I was a kid. So you know what happens when you go there, when parents go through their stuff, you know, the back and forth and everything like that. So I actually have a love for New York City. But I just love to visit and come home.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I used to want to live there. Now I'm just like, yeah, I want to visit and go home.
Yeah, like after like 2-3 days, I want to say, you're like, it's enough. I need to go back to Little Roadie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with the traffic and parking.
Facts. The parking's a big one.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Honestly, when I go out there, I don't even drive out there.
No,
it's just I'd rather I know the train like the back of my hand. So.
See, and I don't.
We gonna have to go to the city one of these days. Show you around.
Go to the city and teach me how to use the train so that I don't have to take a car because the parking. I'm spending $60 every day.
It's crazy.
On parking.
It's crazy. And tickets. If you get a ticket in the city,
crazy.
It's not like out here. It ain't no little $20-$30 ticket. It's like $200, $250. They be hitting you hard.
And Sunday's the only day you could park for free, right? It's
exactly.
Sundays. I'm like, man.
But that's only if you could hit a no towing zone and now they take your shit and now you got a big problem. You know what I'm saying? So, but the train is more efficient. Just to give you some keys, train is way more efficient and faster. People don't know that.
Well, you know what? I think what happens in my brain is I go on TikTok and TikTok ruined my life.
Oh, you think you go get stabbed on the train?
You're getting stabbed up. The guys are running around naked on there. People's flipping for candy. I say, listen, I'm not taking the train.
You just gotta have common sense, like everything else. You gotta know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, we're from the streets. Yeah. You know the vibe. If you feel something's not right, you gotta get the fuck about that train. You know what I mean? Now, what was it like for you growing up? I know you say you're from Providence, the West End exactly. What was it like growing up in Providence?
Growing up in Providence, what was it like for me? I feel like I went through a lot of things.
Right.
So I was picked on a lot growing up starting in middle school. I was picked on a lot for being half Nigerian.
Wow.
Picked on a lot for my skin complexion. It was the weirdest thing. Kids could be cruel. We know that.
In Providence?
In Providence.
Wow,
I went to Bridger Middle School.
Right.
And then I started to feel kind of like in a rock and a hard place. So then I had no choice but to like fight. So
you had to fight.
I fought a lot. Got kicked out of school. Went to another school. Got kicked out of another school. I joined the local gang.
Oh shit! You was out here fucking banging and shit.
I was out here bugging. Like I was out here bugging, and I went to the Met High School, and it changed my entire life. Like I got surrounded by people who actually cared about the kids. Cared about my thought process. Cared about
your own kind,
my own kind, and it just changed my entire life. But I was bugging. Like I remember a time where I was just like, "When am I gonna do it myself?" Like I'm a product of my own environment.
Yeah,
and I just didn't know who I was, what I wanted to be, what I wanted to learn. Nothing.
So you were just undecided all the way around.
Yeah, I was a lost kid.
Were you smoking weed and getting crazy like that and drinking and shit?
As far as like smoking and drinking, I wasn't. But like fighting and being around the wrong crowd and stuff like that, where stuff popped off. That's what I was doing.
I got you. That's wild. Yeah, not looking at you now, you would never think, right? Like, that's why it's good to ask people because everybody got a story, right?
Yeah.
So that's amazing to know. You changed a lot. I would agree. What trials and tribulations? I know you gave us some, like not knowing what you want to do, but more or less, like what trials and tribulations maybe at home, and did you face any of those growing up? Like any trials and tribulations?
Well, I grew up with, again, not knowing what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. I watched, my mom, she doesn't have like a college degree, and and my father did have a college degree, but he wasn't even around.
Wow.
So I was like kind of moving into the direction of not getting my college degree.
Yeah.
Until one day I ended up going to Philadelphia to visit my uncle.
Nice.
And we all sat down at a dinner table. There was like 10 of us. And I remember the bill coming in, and the bill had to be like 2 bands or something like that.
The bill?
Yeah, the bill.
For what? Like a light bill?
No. The bill at the restaurant.
Oh, got you. You was eating. Okay.
Yeah, we was eating. It was 10 of us. The bill came, and it was like 2 bands. And I remember my uncle just pulling out a card, and he was just like, whatever.
Charge it. Yeah, yo.
And he's like, and he has, his master's degree, and he's doing really well for himself. He creates apps and things like that. So he was like, see, Remi, this is something you're going to be able to do. I want you to go back to school.
Legally.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Go back to school and handle your business, and you'll be able to do things like this and live the lifestyle that you want to live. And I was like, damn, like I gotta go back to school. So that helped me, get encouraged and motivated to go back to school and actually do better in my life.
And it's crazy, not to interrupt you, but like some people, you hear it all the time, oh, stay in school. But then you hear from people that we consider like, what the fuck are you doing? You a bum. You don't got nothing going on. You know what I mean? It's like someone like that, though, now he's showing improving, right? He's like, yo, I got it. And this is why, because I went to school. And you're like, it's more believable, right?
Yeah, because the older generation, usually just have high school diplomas, right? They
Right.
don't have. So I'm the first generation of my family to actually have a college degree.
Wow,
and I
that's
was
amazing.
like, and I always thought I was like dumb, and I was like, nah, I can't do school. Like I wasn't even doing good in school when I was in middle school or stuff like that. But my problem was I wasn't putting the energy and the effort into it. So it's not like I wasn't dumb, but I was so into
The
what I
other
was
shit.
into the other stuff. Like I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go hang with my friends.
Yeah.
And so I really realized I'm like, no, it's not that you wasn't dumb. You was dumb. You just wasn't putting in the effort.
Yeah.
And I actually had all A's in college.
Look
you know what
at
I'm
that.
saying? Like it was so crazy to me. I was like, I can't believe this is me.
Yeah, when you actually put the effort, no?
Yeah.
That's what, and words of advice for those out there watching, sometimes what you put in is what you get, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, like, who inspired you more or less? I know you ended up going back to school. Who inspired you? I want to get right to it. Who inspired you to go into journalism?
So I had a sister-in-law. Well, I have a sister-in-law. Excuse me. She was a television correspondent in New York City.
Got you.
Which we don't give free promo, but she said
You don't want to mention who for who?
no.
All right.
No. I don't deal with them anymore. So,
I got you. My bad.
she goes, Remi, I think you should audition for this. And I was like, I don't even know if I like people. I'm shy. Like, I just didn't know.
Right.
And again, I was still finding myself and didn't realize I was still finding myself, right?
Right.
I'm on a journey. I'm already studying law. I'm doing, you know what I mean? So I said, I'm tired of being stuck in a box. I am tired of being the scared person, being the person that's out of touch, not, you know what I mean? I just got tired of it. One day I just woke up and I was like, I'm going to take classes
And do this shit.
and do it. So I can get comfortable and actually see if I like it.
Yeah.
And I did, and it took me a whole year
Where did you take the classes at?
at CCRI.
At CCRI for journalism.
But no, I took the communications class for journalism.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took all the classes that I needed to take. They had us doing some crazy stuff to project our voices, and I'm going ooh and moo and all this stuff they had us doing. In class.
Hello.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So after I got the jitters out and everything, I said, I'm gonna go and do it.
Yeah.
I went down to New York City. I went to the audition. They loved me. They hired me on the spot.
Off the rip.
Off the rip.
How did that make you feel?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Because I'm so used to playing the background. I'm so used to being the person to push other people to do what they love to do. And you know what I mean? So
And you discovered like a new hidden talent that you had.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it. And so when I did my first interview was with obviously local talent in New York City. And I was scared. And I was like, even though I took these classes and I felt comfortable, but I had like the jitters. Like, you get the jitters before the interview.
Absolutely. It happens to me even like today. It happens to me every time. And not only that, when you think New York City, right, you think the best of the best.
Yeah.
There's going to be millions of people there. Why are they going to pick me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I felt. And after I got, through and started getting a little bit more confident in myself, I felt better.
Right.
So that's how it started. With everything.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So when did you realize more or less, that was the very beginning, but when did you realize more or less that this was something that you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
I just fell in love with it. It was something I couldn't stop thinking about.
Yeah.
I was eating. I was thinking about it. I was in the shower. I was thinking about it. I was hanging with my friends. I was thinking about it. I said, I really fell in love with this. I did not realize this was something that would change my whole entire life.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you could be on one path and you could be studying for something different. And God could say, oh yeah, no, this is for you.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
You believe in that too? I really believe in that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, I got it all figured out, but you really don't.
You really don't. And you just never know what happens. Like things could change overnight.
Exactly. It's like, now you started as a television show correspondent. Can you elaborate more on that so you get the part?
Yes.
Right? What was the process after that?
So the process after that was they were charging for interviews. They was also paying us as correspondents. But I was bringing celebrities to the table.
So you had the sauce.
I had the sauce already. So
I feel it.
Yeah, so it was things like that. But I was getting paid like $30. You know what I mean? Per people that I was bringing. I said, wait, I just brought you. And I
just got you French Montana. You give me $30.
and it was like, well, Remi, can you come down to New York because we're doing this, and here's your $30. I said, what am I gonna do with $30? I can't come to New York on $30. And I just remember feeling disrespected, unappreciated.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law then had a conversation with me, and she said, Remi, just do your own shit.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
You don't need them.
Right, you don't need them. And I said, but I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And I don't want people to feel like I'm copying them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel, but there was also things that I wanted to talk about on the show that I couldn't because that's their, whatever, how they was
their
running.
Platform.
Yeah, so I said, you know what, fuck it. I said, they're doing their thing in New York. I'm going to do my thing in Rhode Island, but talk about the stories I want to talk about, highlight the people I want to highlight, etc. And I started Remi TV, and people didn't believe in it.
At the beginning, right? It's always like that.
They didn't believe in it. I had people say,
they don't want to see you win.
Yeah. They're like, oh, why would anybody want to watch Remi TV? We don't have an audience.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? People are going to want to watch this type of show? I'm like, I think it's cool. I think people was like, yeah, nah.
Hating.
I had 2 views when I posted it. 2 likes.
Yo, that's the worst, right? All the work you put in, then nobody even But then you know what's fucked up? And I be saying this sometimes too. This funny you bring this up. People will see you randomly, right? And they'll be like, yo, I've been watching everything you're doing. And you're like, how the fuck are my views at 2 views? Like, and you'll be like, did you like and subscribe? Did you like what? Did you repost? Nah, I just watched it. It's like, how does that make you feel when people do that? Does that disappoint you a little bit?
It does. Because I'm like, don't stop capping in my face.
Word. That's disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful because you work so hard and then you have a person that's like, I seen everything. And I'm like, you did? Well, how come you didn't like it? How come you didn't share it? How come you didn't? You know what I'm saying?
It's like, free to do that.
It's free. But it's fake love, though.
Yeah.
You got to know the difference. You know when somebody really rock with what you're doing, and you know when somebody just talking.
Oh, they
You
capping.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like,
at this point, you know, sometimes now, because I was focused a lot before when I first started, actually. Like, damn, the numbers. And then a lot of people that I've been like meeting and talking to, and they've been telling me, yo, stop worrying about the fucking numbers. Just put out good shit, dope shit, and it's gonna come.
It's gonna come. It's gonna grow. Absolutely.
That's amazing. Now, I know you've interviewed countless talents and celebrities. Which ones did you enjoy interviewing the most?
Did I enjoy?
I know you gotta have like a top 5 list or top 10 at least.
I really enjoyed my interview with Wyclef Jean.
Wow, that's fucking legendary. Before you keep going, how did that come about? How did you end up like getting that interview?
So now that my career started to elevate, I started going into rooms that I've never been in before, and I ran into one of his people, and I'm telling her what I do, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is my client," and I'm like, "Really?
Oh shit, can I get an interview?"
Can I get an interview?
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's like, "I got you."
That's
fire.
fire.
So I waited until he had a show here,
right?
And then she was like, "Oh yeah, come through."
Wasn't that the show he did with Fat Boy SSE?
No,
was that the same show?
That one? No.
Okay.
He came by himself. He came with him and his artist Jazzy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was thinking because I know Fat Boy SSE did a show too. I think it was at Club Fat.
Was it? Was it recently?
No, this was back in the day. This is when he first started popping on.
I got an interview with Fat Boy too.
Yeah, I was looking. You got a lot of heavy hitters under your belt. Now, who else? So, Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean. I love Maya's interview. She gave me a lot of gems about her being a vegan and her doing raw vegan and she actually helped me a lot with my health too.
And she looks great, by the way.
She looks amazing. Met in person.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. The sweetest person I ever met in my entire life.
Really? So she's the real deal.
She's the real deal.
Yeah, because you see people sometimes, you know, they look a certain way on social, and then when you meet them, you're like, fuck. Like, you're almost disappointed, you know? You're like, fuck. So Maya, who else?
I love Havoc's interview. Havoc Amaldi.
Oh shit! Shout outs to Queen. That's fucking legendary. I can't believe you met Havoc.
He gave me amazing advice because that was at the point in my career where I was saying, "Should I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing this?" And I think I just really needed to vent.
The push.
And I happened to vent during my interview, and I was like, "Yo, what do you think I should be doing? Like, am I going about this the right way?" And he gave me some amazing advice. So
yeah, he's a legend. Actually.
He's a legend.
Like,
yeah, he's so
one of the best albums ever.
Absolutely.
The Infamous classic. Definitely one of the top 10 albums. Now, all right. So moving along, like, what made you? So you said, you pretty much said it before, but I want you to just like tell me a little bit more. So, how long did you last being the television show correspondent? And then when you went to go do your own television show, what was the process like, more or less?
So I was a correspondent for 1 year.
Okay, 1 year.
And then the process was hard because I said, okay, now I'm going to start my own stuff. Who do I reach out to? how do I even start? So I said, I need a camera guy. I know that for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? At that time, I wasn't thinking about a space. I was just thinking about the basics. What do I need? I'm going to need a wardrobe. I'm going to need, you know what I'm saying? My hair, all this stuff I was thinking about. And I'm also working at CCRA at this time.
It's a lot for a female because you got to do your hair, your makeup.
It's more, yeah. So I said, well, bump the wardrobe. I'm going to use what I got for right now, but at least let me get a camera guy.
Yep.
And Stan Hot and RI was my camera guy.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Stan.
Shout out to Stan. Yo, he held me down. He didn't charge me.
That's love.
Nothing. He was like, I got you. I see your vision. I think that this could be a success. So whatever you need, that's what he said to me.
Genuine support.
Genuine support. And he held me down from day one.
That's dope. So now you was just pulling up on people in the beginning, right? More or less?
No, I was setting up interviews. Like I was reaching out to people.
Yeah.
And telling them the concept of my show and people would be like, yeah, come through. I got you. They're like, pull up. And I'm like, I couldn't believe people was telling me to pull up though. Like, it was crazy.
Because, you know, coming from like humble beginnings, you know, you could say, and it's like, sometimes it's just like, I can't believe this is happening, you know, especially at short, you only had a year. So like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I would put my clips together and I would send it. And I'm like, yo, what do you think about this? Like, I would love to interview you on my show. And they would say yes. I would get a lot of no's.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But like when I was getting the yeses, I was like, for real?
Or some people, they're just outrageous with it. Because, you know, obviously sometimes you do got to pay. You got to pay the price. Like, but like some people are outrageous. Like I hit up a few celebrities, not to mention their name. They're like $5,000.
I never paid for
10 bands. Never?
Never.
Oh, you've been blessed.
I never paid for a celebrity interview.
That's crazy. Yo.
So for you to tell me that, it sounds crazy to me.
Yeah. There's a lot of people they charge. They're not just pulling up. Like if you don't have a big following, you know what I mean? But then again, it could be different because you're a female too. It's a little bit different when you're a dude, you know? So yeah. So I definitely wanted to know. Now, how can people watch your show and what platform does the show air on?
Listen, I can't even remember what platforms I'm on. I have to look at my phone.
You have a whole list.
I'm on 10 networks right now. So,
really?
Yeah, including Roku, Future TV, Revel, like it's a lot of networks. Like,
yeah. And what does the process consist of? Like, cause you know, I gotta get the ins and outs. You don't have to tell me everything, but like how does that work? Like I know there's a lot of politics involved, no? Like how does that work to get your show? Like basically if I wanted to do something like that, or let's just say Joe Schmo just started his own podcast. It's not that easy is what I'm saying. Like you gotta have like your shit together, no? Like to a certain extent.
Yeah. Like I had to figure out what a media kit was. I had to figure out like it's a resume. You gotta put your digital resume together and take clips of what you already done and then pitch it and see if it hits or not.
Got you.
And in that process, I was getting a lot of no's and I had to do a lot of work and non-sleeping and actually, you know, switching things up and that concept doesn't work and that doesn't work.
Right.
And seeing what worked for me. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now, I know you faced many obstacles though. Like it wasn't that easy. That's pretty much going back to my last question. Like, what were the obstacles? Like, I'm assuming like you had a lot of challenges since you are a female too. At that, you know, sometimes that could be difficult all in itself. How did you overcome that?
Not selling my damn soul. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the things about being a female in the game is that you come across a lot of these men that came across a lot of women before you that are willing to do anything to get put on, and I'm not one of those.
Oh, harder, daddy.
I had to do it.
That's hilarious.
It was the perfect
No, that's hilarious. And you know, that's what they do. So they think they could approach me in that type of way, and I'm just not that type of chick.
You're not with it. You like, fuck out of here. This is talent over here.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, you want to interview this person? Well, this is what you got to do. And I was just like, okay, you bugging.
I'm good.
You're bugging. And guess who didn't get that interview? I did. I didn't get the interview. And I'm okay with that because eventually I end up getting it later from a different way. Or, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't get it at all. And I had to be okay with that.
And eventually you start seeing all these people going to jail.
Oh, yes.
No.
So
let's not get into that.
Anyway. Yeah, don't be working anyway. So yeah, I go through a lot of stuff. I go through some gatekeeping as well. I go through people that look like me that feel like, damn, how she get here in this short amount of time? And I've been doing this for 20 years.
They want to block your blessings.
And they be blocking it. They don't want to help you. And it's just it's a lot of bull crap.
Yeah, it's not easy. People think it's easy.
No.
Like for me, do you believe that too? Since you're here and you got a lot of experience, nowadays, especially when I got like a big guest coming through, I don't even mention it or speak about it.
Yeah, I don't either. Until
you don't either, right? Yeah,
because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah,
I'd be like, if they cancel on me, I'm gonna be mad that I posted. I did that one time.
Yeah,
I had an interview with Peter Guns.
Oh, Peter Guns is dope.
And he didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
It
was because he was talking about it, right? You felt, right?
I posted it. He reposted it.
Oh,
and then the Zoom comes on, and I'm like, where you at? Nothing.
Yo, crickets.
I said, I look crazy now. People wanted to watch it. I wanted to talk about cheetahs.
Facts. He is on cheetah. You seen that clip?
That's when it happened. I said, come on, Peter, why you do that to me, man? But it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. You got to roll with the punches. But that's like exactly how you said. It's better not to speak on it at all until once it's done. And then you're like, yeah, I got that interview done. Now you can be talking your shit, right? But humbly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I seen that you interviewed Dame Dash. Like, we spoke, before. We got to speak a lot before we started. But, like, to me, he's one of the legends. Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers. So, like, him, like, he pretty much created, I always say, like, definitely was behind the whole force of what became Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So, like, how did it feel getting advice from him and actually sitting down with him to do an interview?
It felt really good. I was nervous.
Yeah.
The night before, I spilled water on my interview questions.
Oh, no.
And I couldn't remember them. And I was so nervous. I was sweating. It was 3 o'clock in the morning and the interview was at 8.
Oh, my. Mad early? Does shit early like that?
It was early. Wow. And I said, what am I going to do? I stayed up all night reconstructing the interview questions and figuring out what I wanted to do. Because I interviewed him twice that day. I interviewed him for Forbes and I interviewed him for my platform.
Oh, shit.
My Forbes questions were great. But my questions, I couldn't remember what I said.
You did them off the top, like freestyled it?
Off the top.
Well, I give you credit for that. That's fine.
I did my research. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask questions that nobody asked before.
And then I bet you when the interview was done, you're like, fuck, I forgot to ask him this. I forgot. It happens all the time.
It always happens like that. And I also say, should I have asked them this? But I know he doesn't like to be asked this. You know what I mean? But maybe it would have been different with me. Those are the questions that I ask myself.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wanted to respect him as a man in the industry that's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And me, even when I do interviews, you get sick and tired of getting asked certain questions that I'm like, didn't you already see that in the last interview that I did? Like, so I didn't want to go there with certain questions.
Exactly. You wanted to be respectful at the same time. To be respectful. And then shed like positive light on him, not just trying to get all the negative shit, right?
Exactly.
Because then they read that off rip. They're like, you just doing this for views. You don't really want to. You don't give a fuck about my accolades or my story. Like it turns into that, and then it's like the interview feels a little bit more like animosity.
Exactly,
you feel it, and you don't want that. You know
exactly. And I was nervous, but it turned out really, really well.
What was the experience like? I know you told me a little bit before we started. Like
I remember the whole interview. I remember spinning in my chair the whole time. So he had like these rolly chairs, and I'm going like this back and forth because I was nervous
as fuck, right? Yeah.
Because I'm like, and I'm sweating. I remember that day I was sweating. I was like, man, because I seen past interviews that he's done, and I seen certain interviews that didn't do well. But I think it's because a lot of the interviewers were disrespectful or asking questions that had nothing to do with what he had going on at the time. And I'm like, why did you even ask him this? So I said, I'm going to do my interview different, and I'm going to make sure that I'm highlighting what he has going on and what he wants to speak about. Yeah. And I remember at the end of the interview when I was walking by him, like we was both going in the opposite directions and we had to pass by each other. And he was like, you did a really great job with the interview.
That's fire,
and that made me feel so good.
That's dope.
Yeah, because he's hard. He's a hard picker.
Yeah.
He's a tough person. But he was so kind to me, so sweet to me, and just opened up to his home to me and introduced me to his wife, and
that's dope.
It was such a beautiful experiance, and
we're
still cool to this day.
You didn't get to kick it, like, cause he smokes a lot of bud
he
too.
He smokes so much bud, and but I love that he's totally himself.
Yeah,
whatever you see is what you get, and he's unapologetically I never get that word right. It's a tongue twister for me. Unapologetically himself. Yeah. And that's what I love about him. That's what I respect about him. Word. And I love that he had a genuine respect for me.
Did he have his dog there too? He be having his dog chilling. I'm a Dame Dash fanatic.
His dogs, first of all, he had the dogs at the studio. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and
they're so sweet. The Frenchie, they're so cute and chunky. And oh man.
And they be chilling.
They just be chilling. They're so freaking cute. Man, listen, I will go visit Dame any day, man. He was showing us his rock music and in the studio, like just showing us what he does, like his creativity.
Yeah, that's fire.
He showed us things that the world hasn't seen yet. Yeah. And of course, don't worry, Dame. I signed the NDA. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
It's so much amazing things that he has going on, and so much things that he wants to put out. He's gonna put out. So.
Now, for you, like that must have been the moment where you, like, obviously you've done great things before that, but like that must have been a moment you're like, yo, I'm really doing this shit. Like this shit's like.
I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I couldn't believe that I was here. I was like, I'm in Cali.
Yeah.
I'm at Dame Dash Studios right now.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? Doing something that I really love and I really enjoy. And any questions that I had of should I be doing this went out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you do question it. When things are not going right.
Yeah.
When things are not going how you expected it to go, you do question yourself.
Especially when you're making a profit sometimes. You know, it's tough.
It's tough. And like all that stuff went out the window. Like this is something that I really love.
You're like, I'm on the road right now. Now, you've gotten numerous awards and recognitions. I think I read briefly, you got a Joe Biden.
Yep, I got the Lifetime Presidential
That's
Award.
Major. And then you also have a doctorate. Like, that to me is amazing because, you know, you don't really meet a lot of people, especially coming from where we come from. Mm-hmm. Most of our peoples don't even go to college, you know what I mean? To be honest. Like, nowadays becoming more like a thing, but back in the day, it was like going to school was whack, and we didn't like look into that.
Right.
Now, like, how did it feel to achieve those things? Like,
it felt amazing. Like, because I always wanted to break that generational curse for my family. I'm like, my moms, my uncles, like I'm watching my family line and them stopping at a certain point because of just life difficulties in itself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it for my generation. Somebody has to break the curse. Yeah. And it's going to be me.
You must have, your family, I'm assuming, especially your mom, no?
Because she's proud. She was so happy. She was proud. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Wow. That all in itself is like worth more than anything, right?
It was such a beautiful moment. And, you know, that's what I want to do. And I want to inspire other people to break their generational curses. Facts. And don't procrastinate. Just do it.
Do it like Nike, baby.
Yes, just do it. Don't question it.
I like it. Now, people usually only see your wins, right?
Yeah.
But never what it takes to accomplish your goals.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So, 100%. I mean, being that you've done so many great things, and I keep saying this because I feel like we have to shed light on that. You know, for those out there who don't know, now you know. You know what I mean? Like, how does it make you feel like looking back, though, like from where you started to where you are now?
Sometimes I say to myself, I can't believe, and I know I keep saying it, but it's true. Like, that's my thought process. Like, I can't believe I went from this person to being immature.
Yeah.
To not caring about learning, to not care about growing, to now caring about all of those things.
Right.
And being the person that I am, and then inspiring other people while I'm doing it. So while people are watching what I'm doing, I'm inspiring people. And it makes you feel like, this is what God put me on earth for. This is why he changed my path from this to this. I was here to inspire other people.
Well said. Yo, you got like the perfect punches every time you speak.
Yeah,
it's like perfect landings.
Man, it's a beautiful situation, and it's crazy because you would never think why God chose you to do what you do.
Yeah.
But there's a reason. It could be anything. It could be your personality. It could be, and he put you in places too to like inspire other people. Like, I would go to the grocery store and a person would come up to me talking about an apple, and then now we're talking about life. It's so weird.
That
and then
she's
she's like, wow, thank you for that. I really needed that. He puts you in certain places to help certain people in your life. Like, you could be saying something and you won't know what I'm going through, but you could say something that resonates with me, something I was going through yesterday, and I'm like, yo. You're
like, how'd you know that?
Yeah.
You know what's funny too? Like, that's why I'm so big on, even if it's someone asking for change, a bum on the street, like, I'm so big, I'm practicing. Like, before it was a little different because obviously, like you said, you grow as you mature, right? But like, I'm always saying hi to people, always asking people, how you doing? You good? Like, be the most randomest person. They be like, you know him? Like, no, but that could make or break somebody's day.
Absolutely.
I'm big on that, you know?
Absolutely. And you know what? One of the things that I've learned recently, because I'm still growing, right? I'm still learning. One of the things that I'm learning is I have to limit access to me, right? There's a lot of situations that I went through with this award show, for an example, where I did this for us because we don't have an entertainment industry. I did this for us because people like me and you that are doing things and creating opportunities don't get acknowledged, and acknowledgement is not everything. Other people validating you doesn't make you who you are, right? So I want to get that clear, right?
Tell them.
But it does feel good to get a pat on the back when you bust your butt every single day, when you don't sleep, when you're doing everything you can, and then people just bypass you like you're nothing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it for our people that is feeling like that.
That's fire. I like that. That is
but
dope.
In the process, I'm experiencing people inboxing me and mad and talking crazy to me.
Heated that they didn't get picked?
That they didn't get nominated.
Yo.
And I'm like, guys, this is just the first one. I want to make this super successful so I have the opportunity to do it every single year, and a lot of more people get
just give me a chance.
Just give me a chance. I can't even get through the first one, and you guys are trying to chew my head off about it. So it's been a lot of abuse. It's been a lot of just from my own community, and I'm just trying to do something great. I'm just trying to create something that you guys can have for years to come, even after me. When I sign it off to somebody else. Jmack, this is your thing now.
Like it.
You know what I mean? Like the foundation was already created, but can I build the foundation first? Can we get through the first one and then come to me with your ideas? I take constructive criticism very well. Please come to me with your ideas. Join the committee. Let me know what I slacked on or whatever so it can grow and it can be better. Please stop tearing my head off. Please stop doing it. And it's mostly coming from men. Protect me as a woman.
Damn.
Protect me as a woman.
Yeah, show love to the queen, man.
Yeah, like don't do that. That's crazy. I experienced people tearing other nominees down, and this person doesn't belong up there, and this person stop doing that. Everybody who's on that nomination
for a reason
they deserved it. And it's not to say that you don't deserve it because you're not on there, but they also deserve it. And let's make this clear as well. The community chose the nominees. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, so you let people vote fairly on it?
Fairly. So
okay.
2 years ago, I created the nomination process, and it was like, nominate your favorite person. And then people nominate their favorite person.
Like, who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite singer?
The category. So
Gotcha.
In these categories that was listed, movie maker, rapper, DJ.
Right.
Those are the 3 examples. And then you put in there, well, I think this person should be nominated. And a lot of them got like over 300 nominations, 500 nominations. So that's how they ended up in the nomination ballot. So now the top 7 names that was there in a percentile, then when it came out, I said, okay, these are the people now. Now it's time to vote. And then the people voted for who they thought. Well, I had nothing to do with it.
Not to like, I gotta play devil's advocate on this one a little bit, because for some people, let's say you got someone that's like truly talented. Let's say he DJs, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Mr. Popper over here that got 1 million people that know him, but he's a horrible fucking DJ. I can see why people get upset, but then again, it's not your fault. Once again, you know what I mean? But like, that could frustrate some people.
Yes, and that made sense to me, which is why it's a learning process, because this is my first major event. So now that makes sense to me, because that's something I also thought about. The next year's show, I'm going to have Remi's choice.
So
you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a write-in.
Yeah.
So not all of them. The community's still going to choose, but I'm going to have one choice for each category myself and add them in.
I like that. See, you just heard. Is that the first time you ever said this?
Yes.
You just heard an exclusive on the Jmack Experience podcast.
Let's go.
We got it. I love your energy. It's so fire. So, all right. So when are you planning on doing that, though? For the next one, or you?
Yeah, for the next one. Yeah, because it's...
Okay.
Because it's 4 months to the award show, and it would be unfair for me to add
and
another person and then open the voting process again, because it'll be unfair to the people who already won the categories.
Got you. All right, that's fair.
I just want to be fair, and I don't want to be unethical when it comes to that, because a lot of people experience unfairness already. Right. So I just want to do the right thing. I'm a right thing person. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So next year, that's when I'll add that. And if you guys have any other suggestions on what you think I should add, please let me know, because it takes a village. I can't do it by myself.
Can they email you, social media?
They can email me. They could hit me on social media. Give me your ideas. I want to hear it.
You heard it.
Come join my team. I would love to have that. It can't just be my brain.
Exactly.
It can't. Like
you need input.
I need input. Like, let me know what's up.
Exactly. I like it. So now we're gonna see. We kind of skipped a little bit forward, but like,
I'm sorry.
I know we're gonna go right to it because I know
sorry.
this is a spectacular event and it's coming up soon. Actually, what inspired the event? Like in particular, like what made you? I know you said briefly before, like you wanted to do something different, something for our people, blah blah blah. But like, what were like the specifics that made you decide that I need to do this? Because you just said earlier. The shit wasn't cheap. No,
it wasn't cheap. So I've been going to a few award galas.
Got you.
And when I mean a few, I mean like a lot.
One too many.
One too many. And I've noticed that it's the same 7 people winning awards. And when you look around and you see who's winning the awards and who's actually putting on the events, I'm like, they're all friends. So that's like me putting on an award show.
That's not fair.
Then you getting an award, and then you put on an award show, and then you give me an award, and then your friend. And then
they're returning favors.
Yes. That's what it was. So, because I'm a peeper. Like, I be looking at stuff like...
You analyze shit. I be doing the same thing. Yeah.
So that's where the community chooses came in at. Y'all gonna choose who the real head honchos is, not me. Yeah. That's why. So a lot of people won't get that, why I did it like that. Like, instead of complaining that you got left out, just support me and uplift me and make sure I feel good and make sure my mental is good and make sure I'm protected, because nobody else is doing it for y'all because they don't care enough.
Yeah. And give you some fucking credit, right? Yes. Let's give you some fucking credit, man. Let me give you another round of applause. You deserve it.
I appreciate it.
Definitely fucking deserve it. Now, special guest. I know you got Carl Thomas performing. Any other special surprise performances?
I do, but I can't
give us an exclusive.
Now, remember how we was talking about you don't want to jinx anything?
I hear it. You can't give us like one out of the...
I'm going to tell you right now, right? I'm going to come back on here and tell you who it is before I even post it.
Can I be the first to know?
You're gonna be the first to know.
That's love.
I think we should shake on that and do that.
I
got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
All right, so you're gonna let me know.
As soon as I sign that contract, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm pulling up.
And we're gonna do another one.
We're gonna do another one.
Oh, so you heard another exclusive on the Jmack show. So we're gonna do a part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna
just
do a part 2.
Just to amp it up. I like it. So, but hold on. Can we at least know a number? Like, is it gonna be? So you got that's the main event. I'm assuming, right? Carl Thomas.
That's the main event.
Okay. How many other? Just give me like a number. Like, is it 3 more people?
So we're gonna have one more person because we want it. So let me tell you this. The original.
I gotta get it out. I'm searching.
A lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you this. The award show was originally 4 hours.
Okay.
Long, but now
4 hours?
It was 4 hours.
Damn.
Because we have 17 categories.
Right.
And I wanted to make room for performances.
You got like some Grammy shit going on. That's the Grammy.
Saying. So, but because the PPac is a union venue,
right?
After a certain time, the price kind of doubles. So I had to cut it off at a certain time. So that means less performances. But I want to get through the awards. I want us to celebrate.
That's what matters most.
That's what matters most to me, is celebrating my community. So okay, we can have performance all day, but like
this ain't a rap concert, guys.
Like, I wanna love on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to show that I appreciate you guys and you guys are appreciated in our community. So whoever's feeling down, you could be on your last limb, but being nominated could have helped them lift their spirits up. Yeah. And that's what it's about for me. So we're also going to have a cypher. We're going to have a hip-hop cypher there.
Oh, like the way the BET does it?
Yeah, it's going to be dope. Because I was like, if we only got 3 hours, how can I celebrate the talent in our city? And that's one way I said I could celebrate the talent and showcase it to everybody else.
I like it.
Especially if we can't have 10 people performing or whatever. I said, what can I do to put it all in and make something dope?
Now, damn, I had a question I was just going to throw at you, and now I kind of forgot it. Oh, is it people from New England in general or just Rhode Island?
New England.
So the whole it could be from New Hampshire, it could be from Boston, it could be...
Yeah.
Okay, so do you plan on doing one just for Rhode Island? No, you want to include the whole New England?
I want to include the whole New England because we're all family.
All right, I like that. See, I was trying to figure out... Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Because you might have people, though... Well, you know, everybody's always gonna have a fucking opinion. That's
I can do it for Rhode Island, right? But it will just be on a smaller scale.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do something this big at PPac just for Providence when we only have a certain demographic here, a certain amount of people. That'll be a waste of space. That'll be like,
I totally get it.
Only probably 500 people there. That
yeah, you're right.
sense.
You're right.
You know
It's a small state, exactly.
Yeah. And also the important part of it is the ticket sales that go into a job training program for youth education.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
And then what else? Youth education and for job development.
In job
correct?
development, yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of dope programs. So that's why I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do something major,
That's
right,
dope.
for the city that's never been done before, and we're gonna give back to the charity. We're giving back to the community again.
Tell them I
thing.
fucking love it. That is fucking awesome. Now, how long did it take you to plan this event? Like,
It took me 2 years.
2 years?
And I'm gonna tell you why. I had to sit down and say, Remi, what categories you want?
Yeah.
What kind of performance do you want? How do you want to construct your show? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want other people to feel when they walk into your venue? What kind of venue do you want? Like, it took
It's a million things people don't realize.
It's a million things. Like, who's going to produce it? It's a lot.
And I'm pretty sure you had a blueprint a set way, and then you changed the blueprint again and again and again and again.
A lot of times because of people's opinions and what they thought. And I take constructive criticism. And I'm like, you're right. Let me scrap that.
Right.
So, yeah, just learning as I go because this is my first major.
And you want it to be perfect at the end of the day, right?
And I know it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm
nothing's perfect, but it will be.
Yes,
close.
Yes, and I'm prepared for the backlash. I'm prepared for people.
I don't even worry about that.
Yeah, I'm prepared for all of it. Listen.
Not for nothing. You giving back alone says a lot about you. You must want to do humanitarian work one day.
I want to do everything.
Yeah, I'm
only here for a short period of time, right?
Right.
So our souls are in this body, our avatar bodies, and we're here on this earth to love and help. That's it. Not to take, not to steal, not to manipulate, not to do any of that. And that's just not in my being itself. So no, I can't keep it. I could go tomorrow. I can't keep the money. What am I gonna do? Like, no, just do what you gotta do. Go help other people, especially kids. That
says a lot about you. That says a lot about you as a person, because some people have been like, well, I had put in, so I gotta make a profit out of this shit.
It's not about that. It's not about that. That's the difference. So Remi TV is my for-profit. Remi TV Nation is my nonprofit. So the award shows do my nonprofit because I want to do community work as well. I want to love on people. I want to help other people. I want to mentor other people. That's what it's all about. People got the game messed up and twisted because they're so infatuated with being popular, being a celebrity, being in the front cameras and it's not about that. And that's why those type of people don't never do good in life, because they're cutthroating people, they're backstabbing people. That you're not gonna get anywhere.
Or selling their soul, like you said earlier.
Doing the most. That's why you're not blessed. That's why God don't bless you, because you're moving crazy in the streets.
That's a major gem for a lot of people out there. Like, nothing if it's too good to be true, right? It falls back to that. It's not gonna be good. Like eventually, and you're gonna be miserable.
It's gonna fall apart. Yeah.
Because
then when you don't get the clout, when you don't get the validation, you know what happens? You start moving in ego, and you start talking crazy to people. You start getting angry. And you start doing crazy stuff.
Exactly.
I experienced them from ego-driven people.
You've seen it firsthand.
Yes, firsthand. People are entitled. Like, you're doing too much right now. If you wasn't operating in that energy because you want to be famous, then you wouldn't be moving crazy like
just
that.
Just take it easy. It's all going to work out. Yeah. Take a fucking break.
Take a break. Go meditate.
Now, where can people purchase tickets? Give us, the exact website. I'm going to put the link at the bottom when we talk about it. And then where can they follow you at social media wise also?
So you can get the tickets at the PPac, directly from the PPac.
I like it. Or you box office shit?
Box office.
Oh, that's fucking man. You doing it right. You doing it right.
I wanted it to be like that. I wanted you guys to feel like you're going to something. You know what I'm saying? It's not at your local pub. It's not at your local bar. This is at the PPac. Please dress to impress. Major red carpet.
Don't come in no Crocs.
Fucking
pajamas.
None of that.
Trust
me, you're gonna want to look good. There's a million camera people that's gonna be there. And come sing Carl Thomas's songs. But PPac, April 19th. You can get it directly from them, or you could hit it in a link and get your tickets through there. You know what I'm saying?
And then can they also hit you up direct to get tickets, or you ain't doing that?
No. I ain't no promoter. Listen, I don't got no tickets in my bag, which is why I said it gotta be at Ticketmaster. It gotta be. if you're gonna go to a Taylor Swift concert, you're gonna go
Word.
see whoever. What you get it from? The
You're
place,
doing
right?
it right. Yeah, you're doing it
I
right.
ain't
You're
no
doing
promoter.
it right. I like it. I like
I'm
this.
a television correspondent.
This ain't no club night.
Right. This ain't
Get
no
that
club
shit
night.
right.
Yeah. So come out and support. This is for the community. It's bigger than just tickets. It's
Right.
something that's never been done before. It's about the community. We have to change the narrative and stop allowing these people to not celebrate amazing folks in our city. There's so many dope people. There's people that's taking their own money doing turkey drives.
Yeah.
How come we're not hearing about these people?
That's
because
true.
they don't care. They want to continue to be the head honchos, but you're the head honcho. Come and get your tickets, celebrate the nominees, and uplift everybody. That's it.
I like it. So I'm assuming it's not gonna matter. Like, even if this one doesn't like do too well, which I know it's gonna do great, but like, will that discourage you? Or are you still gonna continue? You're gonna do another one, like you said before. You're like, fuck that, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna do another one. The first one is not never how we expect it to be, which I'm praying it is, because God got me.
You got this.
But yeah, I just want to keep loving our people and celebrating people.
Facts.
That's it. That's
So it's
my
not gonna
job.
matter. You're gonna keep on
No,
pushing.
I'm gonna keep doing it. My goal is to do it every year, but if I can't do it every year, I want to do it every 2 years at least.
Got you.
Because I still have my own personal brand that I have going on. So
I like it.
Remi TV award show is not my passion.
Right.
My passion is helping people, but the thing that I love is Remi TV. So if not every year, every 2 years for sure, you'll get it. It'll come around again.
This is more like a treat for the people. It's like a give back, like you said. You know, it's not like you said. You got your whole. Now, speaking on the brand, the show. Are you currently still doing your episodes or
no? So I took a break to do this.
Oh, this is where all your energy and focus is on right now.
This is all my energy and focus is on because it has to be. It has to be right. And I can't have any hiccups, and I don't have a big team.
Right.
So it's literally me and like 2 other people.
Oh, wow.
And when you're doing a major production with only 2 people
That's
on your
tough.
team, you gotta take the whole year off and change.
Yeah, facts,
literally.
facts, yeah.
I haven't done any red carpets, nothing. Like I'm so used to, yo, Remi, we got this red carpet.
You
for
be
Hulu
outside.
and
I be
Netflix.
seeing you everywhere.
Yeah. Yo, I haven't did anything because
Yeah.
I really want to make sure I put on a good event.
Yeah, that's
I
dope.
want you to come in
it.
and say, yo, this looks crazy.
Yeah, facts.
That's
facts.
what I want.
Yeah. Now, how do you like when you do like the movie premieres and stuff? How does that make you feel? Like, you enjoy doing those?
I do enjoy doing it, and it feels weird because they are calling me a celebrity, and I never experienced being on the other side of the carpet and walking the carpet. I'm used to being the correspondent and interviewing people.
Right.
But when you're getting an email and say, we would love for you to walk the carpet for Hulu, we want you to walk the carpet for Netflix.
That's big. That's not no little shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, you want me to walk the carpet? Yeah, celebrity interviewer, Remi Jones, we want you to walk the carpet. And I'm like, what?
Little old
when
me?
did this happen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now
That's
I'm on
dope.
the other side. And it's crazy because when you see it on E! News and you see the celebrities walking by and they're like, Halle Berry, over here, over here, over here.
Remi TV.
But they're doing it for you.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Getting images, like it's so insane.
You take some good pictures. I ain't gonna lie. I
Yo.
seen a few of your shots. I'm like, okay.
I appreciate
see
it. I
see
appreciate it. Yeah, but it feels surreal. It really does. It's like a strange feeling, and I'm not used to it yet. So
Yeah, you're not used to it?
no, not that part yet.
You're
Like,
getting used to it still?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it still. Yeah.
It takes time, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes it could be a bit overwhelming too, no?
Yeah, it does. And then you ask yourself, I'm like, how did I get here? Because when you think about the years, sometimes I didn't stay in the moment. You know, when we're on autopilot.
Yeah.
And because I'm grinding, I'm like, all right, did this interview. Who's next? Did this. Who's
That's me
next?
right now.
Who's next? Who's next? And then
Yeah.
you don't really stop to say, yo, I interviewed this person. This is a legend. This is
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to take time to stop and smell the roses a little bit because next thing you know, 10 years go by and you're like, how did 10 years fly by in 1 second? Because you didn't stop out of autopilot.
Yeah.
Take the time to smell the roses and feel the moment. Feel the air. Feel the energy. Look at who you're talking to and really say, wow, I can't believe that I'm like sitting next to this person, feeling this person's aura, this energy. I'm telling you, the 5 years went by like this. I can't even really remember
Yeah.
it. It's in a flash.
Yeah. And you just gave me the illest gem because I'm gonna be honest, like I said while you were saying that, like, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it just sparks something in me because that's me now. There's times they're like, yo, do you realize what you just? And it's like, yeah, I got 2 more episodes coming next week. I gotta focus on.
Because you're
Like,
grinding.
slow down. Yeah.
You're grinding.
like-
and I feel like it feels like a race. Like, yo, I'm getting older. I gotta do this for a certain time. I don't care about nothing. Who's next?
30s is scary.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm at a midlife. I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. I
gotta make it. Yeah.
So then you don't live in the moment, and then next thing you know, it's 5 years, and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't believe I interviewed this person. Especially, well, I wanted to get into K Slay.
Yo,
K Slay.
we gotta talk about that.
That was my mentor.
He was your mentor?
Yeah, that's who he was. He was my mentor. And I'm going to tell you how it started.
Yeah, give me the whole story. This is legendary.
I hit him up and I was like, yo, Slay, I love what you've done to help other people in their careers. You uplifted women. I heard nothing but good things about you. Can I interview you?
Wow.
But to my surprise, he responds back to me. He said, yo, what are you doing next month? Come up to the studio, to the station, a Sirius XM.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm hitting my camera guy. Hey, yo, we got the interview with
gotta
K
go.
Slay. We gotta go to New York. We get to New York. The producer comes. He's like, sit down. I'm like, sit down.
Couldn't make it.
No. I'm inside Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Slay's over there and at the DJ
doing his thing.
The producer comes and says, sit in the chair. And I'm like, but why am I sitting here when he's in the middle of a show?
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. So Benny the Butcher's right next to me.
Benny, shout outs to Benny
Shout
the
out to
Butcher.
Benny the Butcher.
That's great. And this is the early stages of Benny the Butcher, right?
Yes.
The whole Griselda
Nobody
shit.
knew about him like that.
Yeah.
But people knew him, but he wasn't like how he is now, right?
Yeah.
So he's grinding. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl, Chrissy D, we all met each other at the same time.
Yeah.
She's sitting
shout
down.
outs to Chrissy D too. She's
that's me and her. That's my sister.
Yo, that's crazy.
So we're all sitting down, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Put the headphones on." I'm like, "Put the headphones on? What are you talking about?" Like I'm so confused. I'm like, my cameraman's out there. So Slay goes, he's starting the show, and then he's like, "Yeah, I got somebody here from Providence, Rhode Island."
He shouted you out?
Yeah, he's like, her name is Remi Jones. She hit me up, and I just wanted to come and give her an interview. I'm like, what?
He put you on. He flipped it on you. Yo.
I could not believe what was going on. And I never been interviewed on the radio before.
First time ever
being interviewed.
Yeah.
And I'm shitting bricks.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't believe he did that.
And you must have, I don't know if it happens to you, but I don't care what people say, but it could be because I love music and everything so much. It could be like the smallest artist that people think, oh, he's not even that big. Like, I get starstruck. Every time I meet people, it just happens. Like, I'm just like, I guess so in the moment, I'm just like, I can't believe this shit's happening. I don't know. Does that happen to you?
No, I don't get starstruck.
No, at all. Like I get over it quickly, but at the moment, I'm just like, holy shit, I can't believe I met, like, you know, and growing up in a city, speaking of K Slay, first time I met K Slay, I met him on 125th in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, because I used to go to 118th in Pleasant. My cousin used to live out there. I used to chill in Wagner Projects, Taino, all them little projects. And I used to be selling my CDs. This is like 2006, 2005, the beginning of the mixtape days. And he was walking. I'm like, yo, that's K Slay. The coolest, most humblest person I've ever, your recipe.
Big teddy bear.
Yeah, so humble. I go up to him. I'm like, yo. He's like, what's up? You rap? Yeah, he got right to it. I was so in the moment. I'm like, yeah, this is my CD. He's like, yo, just relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. This and that. Gave him the CD, just walked out. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I really just met
He's fired like that. I'm telling you,
dope.
he will put you on a spot and make sure you get your shine.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking to Benny, and Benny's like, yeah, this is, you know, he's doing his thing. I remember at the end of that interview, he was like, Benny and Chrissy and Remi, make sure y'all all stick together.
Yep.
Stay in contact.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave us a whole dad speech there.
You got an interview with Benny the Butcher too?
After that,
oh,
I did an
that's
interview with him.
Fire.
Yeah. Yep. We still follow each other on social media, and you know. So yeah, I'm still cool.
Could you believe how far he's came? Like from the early grind that he had?
I could believe it because he's a great artist.
Yeah. Well, you know, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because nowadays they feel like, you know, they say rap is a young man's sport. So like once you hit a certain age, people are like, you ain't gonna make it. You're already too old. And I feel like they broke that barrier is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? The whole Griselda as a whole, like they spit fire lyrics and they bring in bars back too. That's another thing.
And if you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
But how did he become your mentor? That's what I wanted to get into.
So now it's time for me to do my interview.
Right.
And my interview sucked. My questions were so basic.
For what you was going to ask him?
What I was asking him.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, when it was done, I was like, well, how you think I did? And he was like, I think you did really good. And I'm like, I should have asked you this and that. You know, now we're having our personal conversation. I said, listen.
You're connecting. You're building the relationship.
I'm like, I'm new to this. I don't even know where to start. I really appreciate what you did for me. Like, would you be willing to help me and give me some guidance? You know what I'm saying? He was like, I got you. Don't worry about it.
That's love.
Take my number. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
fire.
we was after that was over. Like I would call him. He would right underneath if I'll find a post for you, but he'll be like, "Yo, anybody effing with you out there, sis? Let me know."
What? He was real like that, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't let nobody play with me.
That's
nothing
fire.
like anything that was going down. He would call me like, "Yo, you want to come to my event? I'm having a birthday party." Like he introduced me to. He's the one that introduced me to Dave East, Sheik Luch. He introduced me to Pat Pools. He and as his sister too. Like the last party that he had, I was there. So we're all him, Sheik Luch, Pat Pools, Dave East, they're all like getting paparazzi, like cameras flashing everywhere. He's
like, "Yo, get my girl Remi in here." Oh, that's fire.
Yo, it was so crazy.
You probably was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
And even before that, there's people in the industry that I know that didn't know how close we was. And she was like, "Let me introduce you to Slay." So I was like laughing because I wasn't going to tell her. I waited till she walked me all the way over there. And she's like, "Oh, Slay, this is Remi. I want to introduce you to Remi Jones." He goes, "My sister? You're going to introduce me to my sister?" And we was just laughing and laughing. Like, he was a dope person.
Yeah.
He put on mad people.
Yeah, he definitely did. He
was not a hater.
And even I was, because early on in the game, I mean, I'm from the magazine era. You know what I mean? We were
straight stunting.
Yeah, straight. I just wanted to get. That was one of the first magazines because I used to have the Vibe. I used to have the XXL. Mm-hmm. Then I got into King magazine.
Oh, that's throwback.
Yeah, I was big on magazines. I had every magazine you could think of. All pictures of shorties on my wall. Like I used to love all that. So like when Straight Stunting came out, I'm like, oh, he's on another level. Like this is And it was all independent, which was. Have you ever been to one of his Straight Stunting?
I have not been
shoots.
No, I haven't been to the shoots, but I've seen like behind the scenes. And he was showing like my first interview, the first time I ever met him. He was like schooling me. He pulled out a stack of them like this.
Yeah.
And I pulled one out, and he gave. Actually, I have one. And he was like showing me, he was like, and the thing about it is, he said, people think that these are all model chicks. He said,
they from the hood.
He said, no, he was like, a lot of these women are like lawyers, dentists. I'm like, oh, wow. He's like, if they want to do it, then they do it. He was like, but they're not all just Instagram models and stuff. These are women that have careers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he was shedding light on a lot of things. Well, he was definitely doing things that were like people are kind of doing now. You know what I mean? He was like ahead of his time is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Even with the mixtape thing and all that. Now, speaking of all that, let's get into album of the week real quick.
Okay.
Album of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Album of the week this week. I got 2 albums actually because I couldn't pick. There's so many dope albums that came out this week. We definitely got to give it to Fat Joe, The World Changed on Me. Have you heard it yet?
Yes, I love it.
It's fire, right?
It's fire.
It's from the first track. When I played it, I said, oh, he's coming like this. I was like, okay, this is the Fat Joe that we need. You know what I mean?
And the video has summertime vibes too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
the single.
The single had summertime vibes.
It had that freestyle sample.
Yeah.
The spring
I
love.
love it. Spring love. I love it.
I was like, oh shit, he sampled that. Because I'm big on that. I like to hear. I don't just listen to a song. I'm like, who did the beat? Where's that sample from? Who produced it? Like, I like to know everybody, including the project. And then we gotta give it to Boss Man D-Lo, man. That D-Lo Curry album series. You heard it?
Yeah, I heard. No, I heard some songs on it, but I haven't heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I like his vibe. I like his.
He kind of grew on me. I ain't gonna lie.
He grew on me, and I think it depends what vibe I'm in at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to get a little ratchet up, then I'll put.
Put the Boss Man.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Because a lot of people weren't happy about him receiving the key to the city. How did you feel about that?
I felt like
people were heated.
I felt like it was wild, right? I'm gonna start with that, but I also want to educate as well as that anybody can get that. That's not limited to just people in the city. I know people was like, "What? He didn't do nothing for the
exactly."
City. But like,
I had to ask you.
Yeah, people that don't know about government and stuff, they don't know that like that. Anybody could get those. It's a citation. And people were saying the key to the city. It wasn't the key to the city. It was a citation.
See, so that's why you got to do your research before you start talking shit, right?
He literally held it up and it was like citation.
It wasn't the actual key.
No, you only get the key from the mayor.
Okay.
And the key is literally in a box and it's a key.
It's a key.
He had a paper. Yeah. It was a citation.
Oh, okay. See, people. That's why it's good to educate people, right?
Absolutely.
So they know.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
You know, I feel like there should be rules and regulations on who
can get
citations because I think citations really belong to the community who are actually doing something special and something, but not for people who just because they make music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they got a name.
Or because they got a name and they're celebrity. This is his first time stepping foot here. Right. And then you come here and you get something when, like I said, we just talked about somebody who takes their own money and does turkey drives.
Yeah.
Give it to
or
that
you
person.
you giving back a whole
You know
fucking
what I'm
award,
saying?
so it should be giving you the key to the city.
I need a key.
Word.
Give me a key.
We putting in the air right now.
Air.
By next year, you should have that key, real talk. I think you definitely deserve it. Now let's get into movie of the week.
Movie of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is Baby Girl featuring Nicole Kidman and Antonio Banderas. Are you gonna check it out?
I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. So
It comes out
in theaters or like
Nah,
Netflix?
it's gonna drop in 2 weeks because we're actually ahead. But it drops in 2 weeks. It's gonna be like a thriller sort of drama where I guess Nicole Kidman is a CEO of a big company, and then she ends up having an affair with a young intern. So this is gonna be a spicy one. This is gonna be a good one. I want to. I be liking shit like that because I'm. You big into movies? You
Yes,
watch?
I love movies.
What are you more of a fan of? Horror, comedy? What kind of movies?
I love action,
Right.
and I love horror. But I've been trying to slow down on horror because I've been more into spirituality these days, and the windows are the eyes to the soul.
You believe in that? That you get like bad spirits and vibes when you watch
I feel
horror?
like it's a portal. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, that's why I don't keep mirrors in front of me while I sleep. My mirrors are over
shit.
there. You know what I'm saying?
And you just put me on.
Yeah. So you gotta
Where's
be
your
careful.
nationality again?
I'm half Nigerian and Native American.
Oh, I was gonna say because you know Haitians, they believe in all that voodoo shit and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I
so-
mean, people be moving crazy out here. They be-
Really? See, me, I don't know. I think I feel like, well, I don't know. I guess everyone has their beliefs, right? But I feel like if you're a good person, I don't know. I don't really believe. I don't even believe in ghosts.
You don't believe in ghosts?
Nah, I don't believe.
Yo,
in none
why
of that
every
shit.
time someone say that, something spiritual happens to them?
Yeah.
You gonna get a ghost? Yo, you
About
gonna get a ghost
I'm
tapping on your
about to have
shoulder?
Mr. Scrooge in my crib. It's Christmas time.
Yeah. Yeah, that usually happens. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I don't let a lot of people hug me. It depends on the energy.
Really?
I can't even lie to you. Like, there was a few people I've hugged and I felt angry right after. I said
Really?
they got something on
Like
them.
their vibe,
Their
right?
vibe was crazy, and I remember hanging.
The Hangover
See,
games. We talking
hugging
about
them,
movies.
and then my whole body started itching.
Itching. Oh, this is crazy. See?
I'm telling you, but I'm an empath, so like
Yeah.
I'm based off of energy. If you have a weird energy, I feel it, and it attaches to me.
off
So
the
I gotta-
rip.
Yeah, so I gotta like go and meditate, pray that off.
Yeah, you see, me, I'm sort of like that, but me is more like I get along with everybody. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yeah.
If I don't like someone, and usually I'm right, like they'll be like, "Why you don't like that person?" And it's like I can't figure it out. Sometimes you can't figure. I don't know if that happens to you.
It's
Just
your
like,
intuition. You are spiritually inclined, and you're meditating, so it's gonna heighten more.
gotcha.
You're gonna end up getting the same thing I get. You're gonna be like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, I'm about to hit you up when I have it. Like, yo, you were fucking right.
Yo,
Oh my God,
I'm telling you.
Now we're gonna be wrapping it up shortly. This has been a great podcast. I'm gonna be honest, one of my best podcast episodes ever. Once again, thank you so much for being on the show. But we can't end yet. What's next for Remi TV besides this big award show that you're about to throw? What's next for you? Are you going back into doing episodes and content again?
Yeah.
What you got going on?
So
Tell
for
us.
2025, I am gonna be starting up my content again, and I miss it so much. It's my baby, so
Word.
yeah, I'm gonna be going back to doing carpets and traveling and just getting back to me. Like, you know, I've been feeling like I wasn't myself for the past 2 years, because like I said, this is not something that's my passion, but it's something that I want to give back to everybody because y'all deserve it. But I'm ready to get back to me.
And you want it to be perfect. That's
and I
what
want
it is,
it to
right?
be perfect. And I'm ready to be back to myself. I'm ready to get back to my baby. So
You missing it, right?
I miss it, yeah.
But I'm like, why you just gave it a complete? You can't do an episode here, an episode there. I just want
No, because I don't sleep. The
Oh,
award show is
okay.
not allowing me to do anything with a 2-person crew. You know what I'm
Gotcha,
saying?
yeah.
There's
You're
so
short
many
staffed.
little things,
Yeah.
that comes up, and I'm like, wait, we got to do that now?
Yeah.
Oh man, like I have several meetings in a day, all types of stuff.
Yeah, that's tough. That's
and
tough.
then I gotta take time for self-care. Now, I know you asked me earlier about it
mentally,
being postponed.
spiritually. Oh yeah, the postpone.
Remember?
Yeah.
So it got postponed in May because I deal with an autoimmune disorder called Graves' disease. So I have hyperthyroidism.
Sorry to
And-
hear that.
Yeah, and because I was doing 90% of the work, I got tired and then I got re-sick. So even while I'm taking medication every day, I'm losing weight and not really noticing it until somebody really said, yo, you throwing up or something? What's going on with you? You look crazy out
What you
here.
anorexic? Yo,
Yeah,
people
like,
from the
yo,
hood be
there
wild,
was-
right?
Yeah, but my friends
They're
don't
blunt
care.
for real,
They're so
yeah.
blunt. So one day I looked in the mirror and I said, yo, I look crazy. Like my hair, my bones was showing, my
Wow.
face was like sucked in. So I said, let me go to the hospital. You
me
know what I'm
check
saying?
this out.
I went to the hospital like, Remi, your blood pressure's sky high. Your heart is skipping beats.
You were stressed.
It was crazy. And she's like, how do you get sick again on medication? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, what's been going on? So I'm telling her, she's like, it's stress. She said, have you been sleeping? I'm like, not really. Like, I can't sleep. I got things that I got to do. I got to work.
Yeah, you ain't telling me nothing. This is crazy.
So I kept saying, well, I'm still going on with the watch. I don't care. Like, we gonna, and she's like, you're 106 pounds.
You need to take a step back.
You need to relax. Yeah. And so a few months after that, I end up going and getting into the hospital for like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And she said, shut it down. I said, no. I'm in there with the laptop in the hospital bed.
Editing this
like
shit.
This. Shut it down, Remi. Come on. She was like,
enjoy the flowers outside, right? Look outside the window.
And I finally said, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I called somebody. I said, you can't take over while I'm eating and getting better and resting. I can't. My schedule's crazy too.
Yeah.
Fuck. So I tried to reschedule it for this year around this time.
Right.
They had no dates.
The PPac.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's tough because they got all the Christmas shit.
They got all. That's what they said. And I said,
I'm hip. I love all that shit.
Yeah.
I be loving all that.
I said, when's the next date? They said February. And I said, I don't want it to be cold. I want people to get fly and feel like
come out with your heels. Right?
Yeah. I don't want them stepping out in snow and stuff. I said, what's the next date? March? No.
Damn.
It's gonna be snowing and it's gonna be raining.
April's
the best date. I said, and it's the 19th. I said, there's a possibility that we might get rain. We might not get rain, but we're close to May. It might be a little nice outside. It might be 70.
Yeah. Well, you didn't want to do May because May showers.
Exactly. I said, F it.
Do it.
That's the date. Pick it.
It was just meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. Plus, you starting the new year off right.
Yeah.
You know, good things come to those who wait, no?
Yeah, absolutely. But I was mad.
You was heated.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I was calling everybody. I can't believe I gotta shut this stuff down.
It gave you time to really like master it though. That's probably what it is too. Remember, like you said earlier,
God does things for a reason. Yeah, I was mad at him because I was talking to him and I was like, "Yo, what is going on? Like, I'm sick. You couldn't heal me. I'm eating right. I'm getting my vegetables in them." But now the stress kills you.
Oh no, it does.
Stress causes diseases. I got hyperthyroidism because I was stressed.
Let me ask you while we're talking about this, because this has been happening to me, I think like maybe the last 2 weeks. So with me is the same thing you just said, and that's why I want to like ask about this. There's times I don't even sleep, like you just said. I'll be editing, it'd be 4 or 5 in the morning. Mind you, I got to get up at 6:30 to take my daughter to school.
That gets you sick.
Then I'm like, I got to go to the gym because I got to watch my figure. I go to the gym right after that. I'm on like 2-3 hours of sleep for like 4 days straight. Then when the weekend comes, I just crash. Like I need to sleep.
It's not good. And you can't not sleep, not eat right, then go to the gym and think you're getting results. Gym results. It don't work like that. You can't get no. If I'm going to the gym to try to bulk up or whatever, but I'm not sleeping or eating enough, I'm not gonna see no results.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Last night I was up to 4.
Yeah,
preparing for this shit.
Same thing with me.
Yeah, get your sleep out there.
Get your
right?
sleep.
Can we agree? Yeah.
Make time for self-care. And I've been doing that and I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect.
It's tough.
But it's tough when you got things going on.
A lot of things going on.
Yeah, so if you know an entrepreneur and you see them working hard, feel free to volunteer and say, what can I do
help out
to take an hour of your time off your hands? It's okay to do things without something in return. That's where people lack at. Like, if I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you out of the kindness of my heart, not because I have motives.
Or because I want money. Because everything now is money. Yeah.
It's okay to volunteer and help out. Listen, I'm an expert in this. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Don't watch people drown and don't watch people struggle.
Throw them a fucking life jacket.
Yes. Don't do that. That's wrong.
I like that. You gave us some ill advice. Now, anything else that you want to promote that I didn't cover or that I might have missed?
No, we covered everything. We got the award show down pack. We got Remi TV down pack. I don't think I said my Instagram page.
Yeah, where can we follow you at social media wise? That was my next question. You on it? You sure you didn't read these shits before you came in?
I'm sure. I'm a seasoned.
I like it. You a seasoned vet out here.
Okay. So yeah, Remi TV official on Instagram.
Yep.
Remi TV on YouTube. And if you have Roku, I'm on Roku. If you have Apple TV, I'm on Apple TV. All of that good stuff. Just type in Remi TV on all podcast platforms. Remi TV. Just put Remi TV podcast.
What about TikTok? You be TikToking?
I don't know how to do them. I don't know how to do that. So I'm not on TikTok. But I love to go live and stuff and talk with people. And
you could do that on TikTok. You could do that on TikTok. You could go live with people on TikTok.
No, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh,
I've been going live. But as far as me dancing and driving and stuff,
Yeah, you ain't doing all that, right?
I'm awkward. I got long arms and stuff.
I'm the
not
same
doing
way.
that.
I can relate. And TikTok's right now is my least favorite platform because I'm like, I can't get no algorithm on here. Like, Instagram's my favorite, and I'm trying to master YouTube. Once I get the YouTube down pat, I really want to get on that YouTube wave. I'm trying to get that.
Follow him on YouTube. What's your
the Jmack Experience podcast on YouTube. We gotta get I need 1,000 subscribers. I'm putting it out now.
Go and give them. I don't understand that.
Come
Listen,
on.
go and subscribe. I remember being in that same area. Like, I said, I'm going on Facebook. Can y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel? I remember getting it in 24 hours. 1,000 subscribers.
Really? Because I can't monetize right now. Nothing. It's tough.
You gotta have 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, it's a whole shit.
It's a whole thing.
A whole list.
I remember getting the 4,000 watch hours, but then when
subscribers.
When I was taking the break,
they're
like, "Oh, well, you haven't created new content, so we're gonna take you out of the program."
No, they do that. I didn't even know.
That.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
putting
letting
me
you know.
on.
I'm just letting you know.
Damn.
They took me out of the program until I start adding more content on there. So whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that works like that. So you really gotta. That's why now I'm trying to post. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of secrets of my remedies right now. But I'm posting shorts every day.
I love it.
And then every week I'm dropping a podcast.
I love that.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, like I need, and people are like, yo, slow down. Nah, every week that podcast got to drop.
Who's telling you to slow down though?
Just a few people that I know. They're like, you're gonna burn yourself out, and I'm like, nah, I need to.
You could record a few episodes in a day and then take that 2-day break. You
right?
Can do that.
Yeah.
But I hate when people say that.
But I'm sure you know, because even doing the shorts, it takes time to do a fucking short.
It does.
It'll take me like sometimes an hour, 2 hours just to master the way I want it. You know what I mean? Like,
set a day, do 5 whatever things you got to do in a day, so that way you could take Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday off.
Exactly. So you just gave me some advice. Now, can people also reach out to you to collaborate on future projects, or are you like selective on who you work with?
I'm super selective on who I work with because people have motives, and I want it to be equally yoked. I want it to be beneficial. I don't want it to be where people are taking from me, because I experience being used a lot. So I do have a bit of trauma, and I'm not afraid to admit my traumas because I've been through a lot. So it has to be equally beneficial. Like, you can't come to me and say, yo, Remi, I need help with these 10 things, and then you come with bubblegum.
You gotta have that substance, right?
You gotta be
worth it.
Like, is it worth it? Like, what can I do for you, and what can you do for me? So it's about asking each other's needs.
Right.
What do you need? Oh, I need this, and you got what I need. Okay.
One hand washes the other.
Yeah.
Got you. I like it. Now, can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. It helped me grow. All the tools that I got took me into my next seasons.
I like it. Any advice out there for those who might be experiencing the same situations that you went through or are currently going through?
My advice to you is to keep going. Have a mentor, get a spiritual counselor. Please meditate. Please take time for self-care. Take those breaks. If you're having a bad day, go into the bathroom and take a breather. Take 5 deep breaths. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Do not explode, and don't engage in BS.
Yeah.
Don't engage in trolling. There's going to be a lot of that. When people see you winning and people feel like you're doing better than them, trust me, they're going to come for you, and you got to learn how to deal with that. Do not come off that throne for nobody. Ignore.
Yeah.
I fall for the trap sometimes. I'm not perfect, but that's the advice I can give you.
Hold on. You just opened up now I'm noticing right now. You've been noticing this shit on Facebook about people posting people and all this shit. What do you think about all that?
Like
that
the groups and stuff like that?
Yeah.
My opinion on that, I feel like it's just people that don't got no life.
Yeah.
That's all. They're not busy enough. Yeah. Me and you, we're too busy.
I don't
to
even
do
focus
that.
on none of that.
We can't even pay attention to that. I don't even have time to scroll and see who's on.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm having. Sometimes people are like, oh, you didn't see. I'm like, yo, I go on posts and I'm out of there.
You're like, yo, I'm doing a short right now. What do I don't got time. I'm editing a short. What are you talking about? I don't have time to do that.
I don't want to see you eating pizza.
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
So what I do is, when I do take my break and I want to support my friends, my entrepreneur friends, my business friends, I just go in the search bar, type their name to make sure I like all their stuff. Next person, like all the, and then I hop off because I still want to show that I'm still here with you and I'm still supporting you.
I like it. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, yo, it don't cost. I keep saying this. To like someone's shit, repost it. It is completely free.
It's
you know what
free.
I mean?
Free. It's so
people don't understand. Like, and that's how the algorithm works for people. The more shit you get, the more engaging. I don't know. It's just I guess the time.
But remember, we're in the times where everybody thinks they're a celebrity. They think they're
too good,
super special. So they're too good. So they're like, I'm not sharing that. But I'm like, I'm not even gonna say what I would just do. It's so bad.
Go ahead, tell her. We keep it real, man. Like, go ahead. We gotta spark some shit up in here.
Come on. No, I'm not. I was.
Don't be politically correct. Don't be. Go ahead, say it. We done said some wild shit on this
I'm basically gonna say it like this: if you just at home, you're not doing nothing, you have nothing going on, you can't say that you're too good and all that stuff. Sure, support people.
Yeah, don't cause nothing.
Don't cause nothing.
Any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention before we sign off?
Yeah, shout out to Hot and Rye.
Shout out to
he's been holding me down from day one. Shout out to my mentor, Shondell. Shout out to everybody who supports Remi TV from day one, to the new supporters, to people who uplift me, who send me beautiful messages to keep me going, to keep me motivated. Shout out to everybody who bought tickets for the award show. Word. Shout out to everybody who shared the award show post. Shout out to everybody who's loving on each other and spreading positivity, not negative.
Yo, you didn't even accept my collaboration. I'm definitely gonna put it out there.
Are you asking me?
Yo,
we could. What do you want to do?
I ain't gonna front. I said, damn, she's straight done. Yo, you know what's funny? I like your energy though, because I was like, yo, accept the collaboration. You didn't even say shit, and I was like, yo, I don't want to jeopardize my interview.
No.
She was like, nigga, what the fuck you mean accept the collaboration?
Oh, I know what you're. I know exactly what you're talking about now. You know what it is? All right, so
you don't just do that with everybody, right?
No, it's not that.
Some people do. They're selective on that too.
It's not that. Oh, okay, that's what you meant by that. I'm thinking something else. So when you're talking about collaboration, you talk about the Instagram and accepting the collab.
I did a post for you.
Right, but let me tell you why.
Okay.
Now, you know how I have the Carl Thomas flyer already on there? I hate to see it back to back. Oh,
double shit. Okay, got you.
That blows my... You know how people have OCD? I have OCD with my page. I'm like, if I post 2 more posts and then I will... then I can do it.
Now I get it. I said, maybe because she don't know me yet.
No, that's not
I don't want to push it too much.
I hate to see it back to back. It blows minds. So it's definitely...
I had to get it off my chest because I'm like, I wonder why she didn't accept the collaboration.
No, that's why. I hate to see it back to back. I'm like, it's already on my page.
I ain't gonna front. I literally hate when people do that to me. Like, I know everybody has their own way of managing their social media, but I'm like, bro, I did this whole thing for you. Like, you can't even accept the collaboration. Like, you know,
I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's so good.
But now you know why. I'm glad we cleared it. But no, it's not because I don't know you or not. It's just
I hate
the way it looks on my page with the back-to-back flights. I hate to look like it's too much promotion.
Nah, I totally get it. Well, I'm gonna do another one for you. It's gonna be different.
And I'm gonna take my old one off.
Yo, do the
I'm gonna archive it. So
I was like, I gotta see what the fuck happened with that, because I'm like, well, maybe. And I was like, imagine she tells me, yo, you know what? I don't even want to do the fucking podcast.
No, I'm not like that. And you know what? That's the beauty of learning people's personalities and getting to know that. Learn. I don't move like that at all. But that's the reason I hate how it looks with the back to back.
Yeah, I was wondering. That shit been on my mind.
Back to back is crazy.
Yo, that been on my mind like 2 weeks already. I'm like, I wonder why she. Because I'll keep checking too. I'll keep checking.
You should have called me. I'd have been like, listen, I can't see that thing back to back now.
Yo, that's real.
I be looking at my Instagram page like this. I can't.
It be some. Well, guess me, Ty. See, it's not you. I mean, like I said before, people have their own way of doing things. But it be the people. Sometimes I'll do content for people. They'll be pressing me. Yo, when's that coming out? When's that coming out?
And then when you do it, they don't do it.
I post it. They don't even like it. They don't repost it. They don't accept the. I'm like, really, my man? Like, what was the point of me doing that shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But episode 58. Any last words? Any last words before because we about to wrap it?
I appreciate you a lot. Oh, you're so sweet and dope. I appreciate you having me.
This really made, this was the highlight. Oh, what are you doing for Christmas before we go?
Eating, hopefully. What you doing? You cooking?
Nah.
You making coquito and all of that?
Yeah. You know I got the coquitos on deck. Let me know. I got you. So we put it out there. Make sure I get the coquito. Episode 58.
Oh, I know what's something you're forgetting right now.
What?
Shout out to your sponsor.
Oh, shout outs to Black Sheep Seamoss. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. You just gave me the alley hoop. Love.
I couldn't wait I said I can't wait to get that.
Oh, no, that's for you right there. And then shout outs as well to Conversation Studio.
Yes. Yes.
They're doing amazing things. Make sure y'all come out here, get your podcast on. Stop playing. Put up that money. You got to invest, right?
Invest in yourself is very important. Everything you can't get for free. Some things you might be able to,
That's a fact. That's
one
a
hand
fact.
washes the other type of stuff, but invest in yourself. It's important.
Yo, man. It was an honor once again and a pleasure to have you on the platform. Episode 58, the Jmack Experience Podcast. Remi TV. We're signing out. Gra!
Peace.
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.
Black Sheep Sea Moss. It'll make you want to slap your daddy.
Oh, harder, Daddy.